On today's episode of Farm 725 Builds, we are going to build an active construction site on console. Now this isn't perfect, it's not like PC guys, you can't just dig anywhere, so we kind of found a workaround and I'm going to teach you how to do that today. If you haven't been here before, be sure to check out my other videos where I go over, building in Farm Sim, how to build detailed properties, how to use the terrain tools, and we're doing a full build out on a neighborhood, guys. Check it out, it is pretty neat. But let's get started today. We are going to start out by, just lowering the ground a little bit and making an area that we can fill with dirt. So I am just making the entrance to a man cave, the underground man cave, as you will see in my other videos. We've been doing a lot of those builds lately, so I'm just going to do that here. I like that little slope so you can back the trailer down. Sometimes the trailers won't dump if you don't have a nice flat ground. And now I'm going around with the raise tool and raising the ground around the outside edges, because what opening do you guys know of that is dug in the ground that is nice and flat and smooth? None of them. That ground will kind of get disturbed, so we're going to kind of make it look disturbed. Now we're going to finish this path out all the way over here. If you need to make a road up to an in-game road and it won't let you paint there, there is a mod for that to fix that. I do have that posted in other videos. Check those out and it will teach you something. Here we're just going to kind of paint an area for a truck to park and just start looking through our decorations now. As always, we search through all decorations on every single build just to improve the looks and elevate our settings. We're going to put a job trailer at the front here, then we'll just add some construction debris around that job trailer, make it look like people were working here. Put a trash can out back, a little bin, I don't know what that's for, but adds to the effect, right? There's another dumpster that's full of debris, and then we'll just add some extra stuff there just to really make it look like we're working, right? Add some materials over here. The small details, guys, are really important in my opinion. There's really nothing better than pulling up to a spot or a buddy's property, quote unquote, and seeing, the detail like this. It's so cool. I love to see it. I love for, you guys to learn how to do it and start doing this too. It's totally going to elevate everything that you do in this game. We're going to keep going around looking for any other materials that we can throw around here. We're going to throw some barriers just so that, you don't hit them with the trucks, because you don't want to do that. Add a few more bricks and just keep filling things in to make it look like, it's used. We're going to throw a rock in this corner here because, sometimes when you're digging you run into some big rocks. I feel like something should go over here, but you can't really, put another big one, so we'll just put a small flat one there in the corner just to make it annoying. Gotta make it look like someone, works here too. Add some trucks in, keep going through the other decoration. Like I said, I go through decoration every single time I build. I go one by one. At this point, I kind of know where things are, and you'll start to learn that too, but I do go through one by one every single time just to be sure that I'm not missing anything. Personally, I think that's so important. I mean, look at this. This was just an empty field a few minutes ago, and already it's starting to look like, somebody's building something here. We're building someone's dreams. We're building a man cave, an underground man cave right now for someone. Like I said, this isn't perfect. When you're building and doing stuff like this on Farm Sim, on console specifically, you gotta realize we don't have the same capabilities as a PC. We have to make things work. That's what this is. So you're gonna need to download the mod, additional fill types, the additional fill types mod. It'll put a silo in your containers for construction. I'll go over that in a little bit here, but you'll place that and then you can fill a trailer with dirt or anything else that you want to fill it with. So I fill it with dirt and then we pour it into the hole, and at that point you can dig, you can push it around, you can move it around, you can fill that trailer with gravel if you want and make your own gravel road, quote unquote, and it actually does work. It's not perfect, you're not gonna get a perfect scoop with the excavator every single time. Personally, I am terrible with the excavator, but using the front loader or wheel loaders, anything like that with the road leveling tools, they work perfect. You will want to ensure that you have on collision with objects with certain things like that though, otherwise it will not work. You can see here I found some sawhorses, so we're going to try and place something on it. There is a little trick here. If you download the mod pack for some lights, it does put something to raise things up. And then you just delete that and look, boom, you've got a set of wood on some sawhorses, you know? Like I said, add to that realism. There's really no need for wood at this point in this build, but that's okay, we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna add some gravel here just to make it look like, you know, we're not just parked in the grass, make this all look disturbed here. I usually don't use the forest ground tool or color. I have been using it a little bit more just to make it look like disturbed kind of grass. We're going to go back with the grass tool and put actual grass in. We're going to put tall grass. Usually I use tall grass just because you can mow it. It's not perfect, but it works. You can see here I kind of went a little far there. Just go slow. Take your time. Be careful. If you do mess up, press X on your Xbox controller and it will delete where you just painted the grass. You can see there I just deleted some and erased it. It is pretty slick, but if you do go crazy with the grass and put it over a road or somewhere that you're really not supposed to, you are going to have a bad time. At that point I usually just restart. I'll shut my game off and retry. Unfortunately, they don't always let you remove the grass or areas that you have painted, so just be mindful when you're painting, move in and out, zoom in and out, go slow, take your time. I've got this video sped up, so this does look like I'm cruising, but I mean, this is a process. Just don't rush it, make it look good, do good work, you know? You can see here, we're gonna put grass back in over here, and it already is starting to look like disturbed ground, like we did dig that. I mean, that entry is a little smooth, but that's okay. If you wanted, you could go and raise some bumps up, so you kind of have to fight your way through to get that trailer in, but this is just for a video and for the effect. I'm not really going to play on this one much. I do have a main save that has things like this on there that I can play. This one, like I said, is just for a video. So we're gonna go back, we're just about done with this grass here, quickly finish that up. Look around, I do want some forest ground under this truck, just to kind of look like we tore up that yard, you know? We're gonna have to paint some grass there. I do believe we should put a construction fence around this. I used a barbed wire fence last time, but I couldn't really see it. This time I'm gonna use this kind of orange, like, safety fence. Just kind of randomly go around, you know, these fences are never perfect. When you go to a construction site, these things are all over the place. They're not always placed, but I like the fencing. I believe that it just adds to it. So we got this nice orange fence now, a path, we got some debris. We're gonna disturb that ground a little bit. Oh, we might as well add some bushes. I don't do bushes a lot, but I do think it looks good. Sometimes it can be a pain and it'll just kind of erase the ground, so be mindful where you're doing that. It can be hard. The bushes work the exact same way as the grass. You can press X and it will delete it, so keep that in mind. It's not a huge deal if you mess up or get them somewhere. I do kind of do that a little bit later. I put one by this truck here, you can see right there, and I do go back and delete that because it kind of looks goofy growing through the truck. So bushes are easier to manage than a tree. Trees you have to cut down, so be very careful, but you can press left and right on the D-pad to change the size of the tree, and it kind of changes the look on some of them too. Be mindful with trees though, as always, don't put them on the road on accident or you will have to go and cut them down. Don't put them somewhere that you're gonna, you know, be miserable having to deal with it. Just be very mindful. I do think that trees are important though. They should be everywhere. Trees are everywhere. So we are going to kind of circle this area almost like somebody cleared that lot out so that they could build their dream house in a little secluded area right off the side of town. Usually this lot is the one that I build my construction sites in. It's not far from the shop and it's just kind of a good spot to build off of. It is pretty close to where I build the actual man cave mansion, but it is far enough away from the city and neighborhood that it doesn't look out of place. You know, I have considered using the corner lot in the neighborhood on Settlers and building a construction site. We just haven't done that yet. So here I did just pull out the bulk fill station. That's what this is called. That is that additional fill type mod. It gives you this. When you pull up to it with the trailer, you click the left stick and you have all these options. There's so many options, and you can just fill that trailer with any of them. It'll fill up here, charge you quickly, and at that point you can go and, you know, dump it into your hole. So here you can see I laid a little path. This Brant trailer doesn't hold a lot, so I do go and get a bigger trailer just to really get some dirt in there. You can use the Lizard 40-foot auto load trailer. There's an unrealistic box body that you can get, and it'll fill this hole faster than you can even imagine. You can see here we're driving with the front loader and that leveling tool, and it does just push it nicely, you know. It does leave ruts in it, kind of drags backwards as if, you know, someone's stuck on the tires. It's not perfect, guys, but it works. It does work. That's kind of all we can do on console, is make it work, right? Alright, let's get our excavator. I just usually grab the JCB excavator. I'm pretty basic like that. Now when you do get your bucket, you can see here, collision with materials. Yes, you want it to say collision with materials if you want to be able to scoop with it. So you can see here I got that bigger 40-foot trailer, and we're just going to fill this in a little bit more, and we'll, you know, show you digging with the excavator. It's not perfect, but it works. So here we are unloading this trailer. This trailer's massive. This Ford Super Duty can barely even haul this trailer. It like almost does wheelies and tries to roll on turns. So I really just use it for that. You can see collision with materials is on. It's not perfect, kind of lifts the excavator, but we did get a bucket here. So I will turn and let's dump that on the ground over there, just to show you guys. I mean, you can get a dump truck. There's not really a great dump truck, but there is a truck that does work as a dump truck and kind of looks like one. You can fill it up, go and pour it somewhere else, whatever you want to do at this point. We will get back into that wheel loader there and push this dirt a little more and kind of showcase that. But yeah, that's a construction site, guys. It's really not that much. It's not hard to do, and it's not perfect, but if you want to do a little RP with a construction site, pretty easy. I will be posting some more videos later today on my TikTok. I think that we are going to retry the Man Cave Mansion. I do have some ideas for that. Otherwise, stay updated with my posts on here, guys. I do post regularly on YouTube, TikTok, and all of that. So check me out. Drop a subscription, drop a comment, drop a like. Come hang out on my TikTok live stream at FarmSim2025 Builds, and let's all learn together. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and as always, if you have any questions, join the Discord, drop a comment. I will happily help you guys out. If you want to see anything else or learn anything else, drop a comment for that as well, and we'll make a video, okay? Thank you.